But Sylvester Herrera, who kept on fighting when both feet were blown off by a mine, is a proud lad today. Generals Marshall and Arnold and Admiral King are proud of their men, including Sergeant Ralph Nepple, another who paid heavily in our hard-won victory. Heroes all, the men who received the highest honor the nation can bestow. Men like these brought victory to the country. The commissioning pennant flutters aloft, and a new recruit joins the Navy. One of the greatest crowds in New York's history lines the streets to cheer the president on his swift tour of the city before he reviews the fleet anchored in the Hudson River. Amid a swirling storm of paper, the president drives up Lower Broadway, receiving the acclaim of countless thousands. The president stops at City Hall, the first to visit here while in office, and stands on the very spot where George Washington read the Declaration of Independence to his troops. History is in the making today as Mr. Truman arrives at Central Park to address more than 1 million persons, again one of the largest crowds to assemble in New York. The president makes a clear statement on the foreign policy of the United States as he says,
"The foreign policy of the United States is based firmly on fundamental principles of righteousness and justice. In carrying out those principles, we shall firmly adhere to what we believe to be right, and we shall not give our approval to any compromise with evil. The world cannot afford any letdown in the united determination of the Allies in this war to accomplish a lasting peace. The world cannot afford to let the cooperative spirit of the Allies in this war disintegrate. The world simply cannot allow this to happen."
In the Hudson River, a victorious Armada awaits President Truman as he is piped over the side of the mighty battleship Missouri, accompanied by Admiral Ingram. It was on the deck of this 45,000 tons of fighting steel that the Jap surrender was signed. And it is an historic moment in the Navy Day pageant as the president inspects the plaque commemorating the occasion. The commander-in-chief signs the ship's register. "47 fighting ships stretch 7 miles up the river, while millions throng New York's Riverside Drive to witness the city's first presidential review since Dewey's triumphal return from Manila." The destroyer Renshaw ties up to the Missouri to take the president aboard for his 10-mile inspection tour. During the period of the review, more than 1,000 Navy planes roar overhead. Accompanied by Mrs. Truman, he starts the historic journey. In the skies, he sees the power that helps spell doom for Japan and victory for America. As he passes the cruiser Macon, the first 21-gun salute is fired. During the review, 1,000 guns roared their tribute. The New York, veteran of 2 wars, is next. Big Mo, christened by Margaret Truman, salutes. The Enterprise, the carrier that would not die, and all the gallant naval craft that brought victory were bought and sustained by your bond purchases. Now, more than ever, they have earned your support. Never did our flag wave more proudly than in this pageant of sea power, a power which President Truman has told the world will be dedicated to the cause of peace. As the sun sets on a spectacle unforgettable in American naval annals, the President nears the end of the review, and a new chapter in our history has... He is received at the White House by President Truman for a ceremony that comes as a complete surprise to him. In the presence of a large crowd, the President bestows...
power than 20,000 tons of TNT. The Japanese began the war from the air at Pearl Harbor. They have been repaid many-fold, and the end is not yet. With this bomb, we have now added a new and revolutionary increase in destruction to supplement the growing power of our armed forces. In their present form, these bombs are now in production, and even more powerful forms are in development. It is an atomic bomb. It is a harnessing of the basic power of the universe. The force from which the sun draws its power has been loosed against those who brought war to the Far East. We are now prepared to destroy more rapidly and completely every productive enterprise the Japanese have in any city. We shall destroy their docks, their factories, and their communications. Let there be no mistake. We shall completely destroy Japan's power to make war. It was to spare the Japanese people from utter destruction that the ultimatum of July the 26th was issued at Potsdam. Their leaders promptly rejected that ultimatum. If they do not now accept our terms, they may expect a rain of ruin from the air, the like of which has never been seen on this earth. Behind this air attack will follow sea and land forces in such numbers and power as they have not yet seen, and with the fighting skill of which they are already well aware. We have spent more than $2 billion on the greatest scientific gamble in history, and we have won. But the greatest marvel is not the size of the enterprise, its secrecy, or its cost, but the achievement of scientific brains in making it work. And hardly less marvelous has been the capacity of industry to design and of labor to operate the machines and methods to do things never done before. Both science and industry work together under the direction of the United States Army, which achieved a unique success in an amazingly short time. It is doubtful if such another combination could be got together in the world. What has been done is the greatest achievement of organized science in history.